What things do men find in women that really drive them crazy and make their hearts beat faster? Hello and welcome. This is Sandra Hart at Life Over 60. Thank you so much for joining me again today. This video is by request from some of my younger subscribers and some of my more mature subscribers who are looking for a man in their lives. So this is kind of out of my wheelhouse, but I do know a little bit about feminine energy and masculine energy and how important it is that these polar opposites like yin and yang and Venus and Mars are able to attract. And very quickly before I start, this is basically not going to be talking about how men can make us feel more feminine. I can do that at another time. But this is my request for women who have asked me how they can find a masculine partner and how in their marriage they can make their husband feel more masculine. And I'm going to give you 3 things today that I know personally will be able to help you find the right partner in your life if you want a very masculine, wonderful human being in your life. The first one is that we have to think about upping our feminine energy. And how do we do that? Well, basically, we don't forget who we are, and we try very much to energize and make larger our feminine part of us. The feminine energy pulls and the masculine energy pushes. So it's a push and pull, but you have to meet somewhere in the middle. And in order to up your feminine energy, you have to make the man feel like that he is doing a great job, a job that he was born to do. For instance, if you're going out on a date or you have a task, you don't know what to do, instead of when he says to you, what do you want to do tonight? You put it right back on him and you say, well, I'm going to let you make the choice. That right away gives him a mission. It gives him a task that men just absolutely love to have, and it puts it on his shoulders, and let him decide what you're going to do for that evening. He may ask you, well, what type of movies do you like? And then you can put in your input. But allow him to be in charge of that first date. Allow him to grow his masculinity. When you do that, his take charge energy just surges. These are easy things. The second thing that I think is important to do is to create an invitation, not a direction. Try not to always be telling him what to do, but what you can say that would bring up his masculinity is, oh, I would really like this to happen. Could you make this happen for me? And all of a sudden his masculine antenna goes up, and you have given him a micro mission. You have given him a task that makes him feel good and that energizes him. Remember, the masculine energy is pushing. So he's pushing to get that task done for you. And it really makes him feel important. Now, I know, like I'm a take charge person, and many times in my relationship with Arthur, it was difficult for me to step back because I felt like I could do it 1, 2, 3. But I knew how important it was in our relationship to know when it was good for me to step back and to give him a micro mission, because it made him feel good and it made him feel so important. That makes a healthy relationship. And the third thing is, don't ever forget how important it is to tell him the things that you love about him. Hero size him. How often in a long-term relationship do we forget to be constantly fortifying our man and to help him with bursting his masculinity by telling him how important he is to us, how much we love him, and how grateful we are to have him by our side. In long marriages and long-term relationships, sometimes that is difficult because there are things about other people, because we're two different types of people, nobody is the same. There may be things about us that just rub us wrong or irritate us, and we can sit down and be honest and deal with that. But mixed in with those moments of talking about what we don't like or what we'd like to see changed in the relationship, it is so important to sprinkle in constantly, like grains of salt, in the marriage to allow them to know how much you really appreciate him. Just as important it is for your partner to always be telling you how much he loves you. Remember, it is always a two-way street. If he never does those things, then you can sit down with him and have an honest conversation and say, listen, you don't tell me enough how you feel about me. Because when he does that to you, it makes your femininity grow. Thank you again so very much. I appreciate you more than you can ever know. Please do something really wonderful for yourself today. Be kind to whomever crosses your path. Of course, pray for peace and share the love. And wherever you are in the world, you're never alone. And know that you are truly, truly loved. Take care, and I will see you next week for another conversation.